Hi, I'm Janie Snelson. We are here live in the Permian Basin International Oil Show live podcasting studio, which is, by the way, sponsored by TD Williamson and Second Story Coworker. We're so glad to have the studio this year. We love it. Anyway, I'm here with the Liberty Combustion Technology Flare guys, and I'm glad y'all are here. Thanks for coming to see us.
Thanks for inviting us. My name is Robert CULLUM. I'm Vice President of Operations and Manufacturing with Liberty and a member owner.
JARROD LAJAUNIE, Operations Manager for Liberty and co-owner as well.
So tell me a little bit about what y'all do, what your differentiators are than most of the flare companies in the Permian.
Right.
And you do more than flares as well.
Yes. Yeah. Anything combustion related, VRUs, flares, combustors, metering, flow control. So we do a little bit of everything. But what is the difference between our flare and our competitors is I have a patented burner that is a liquids atomizing tip. So we're able to handle natural gas liquids like propane, butane, PP mix, and we're able to do it without separation and the use of scrubbers or separators.
Oh, wow.
The only time we would need something like that would be the case where the product would have sand, paraffin, or some type of debris in it. And then we would, of course, use a scrubber in that instance. But our liquids handling capacity is what differentiates us from the competition.
Awesome. So like one of the things that I've noticed about y'all is like if you're working on if your equipment is on one of the wells around town, what do you see? What does the general public see? They don't see flames coming out.
No, they see a smoking flare.
Yeah. Now they do, but
Right.
not with y'all.
Not with ours.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Our flare burns more efficient and cleaner. So we eliminate the smoke totally. We exceed QUADO regulations that applies to the flares.
So that was one thing that impressed me about you guys, because you brought so much technology to the flare game and to the combustion game that you know, as people are starting to drill in the city limits and around the city limits, and the things that bug people are, you know, flares and then emissions, and y'all touch every part of that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. And I mean, there's more than just the cleaner burning flare part of it. Our flares reduce the radiant heat on the ground in and around the employees have to work, like the pumpers, the operators. It's basically a little hotter than ambient temperature, and it reduces noise levels generated by a flare, which wakes people up at night, and it reduces that by about 30%.
Oh, wow.
So it has several benefits.
Less light also at night for the ranchers.
Correct.
That's awesome. What I know y'all have a varied background, but you really just walked right into this space because of your background.
Correct.
Do you want to touch on that just for a second?
Yeah, I mean, we all have varying backgrounds, but we're all veterans, number one.
Thank you for your services.
Thank you. Number two, my background, I started, you know, right out of high school in oil and gas fabrication. So I started as a welder's helper, moved to a tacker, moved to a fitter, and then a combo fitter welder. We built BP gas skids that went overseas. Kind of got out of that, went into the U.S. Army, went into the infantry, went into special operations while there. I got out and I went into law enforcement for about 22 years, retired from that and went back to oil and gas. And here we are today. We had opportunity to go to work for Priority Energy Services, who got bought by Airgas 3 years later. So then I worked for a very large company with a lot of resources. And that's where I got ingrained into the QUADO and the environmental regulations that they were moving that took effect 2 years ago with flares. So I worked with Sage Environmental and the US EPA in developing the new regs. So I know them intricately.
And that's a cool thing that y'all can bring to an operator, because a lot of them haven't had the time or the space to dive into those regulations, and they're coming on strong, aren't they?
Exactly. And we've been able to do a shortened PowerPoint of what the EPA provides, which is a QUADO for dummies. So we can go into an operator and we can go through this 13-slide PowerPoint and get them keyed in on the things that apply to them on the production pad. Now, if it's midstream or pipeline, there's more items we need to key in on. So we can do that presentation and get their employees, even their environmental people, are a little bit hazy on the regulations because they're really vague. So we narrow it down to, I think, 13 bullet points that they need to worry about for this industry, upstream, midstream, or downstream. So that helps them feel more comfortable with the regulations.
I know that I was sitting in a meeting with y'all and an operator, and he was just excited about the questions he could ask y'all, and he could just call y'all on the fly and say, hey, this is going on. What do I need to do? And y'all knew the deadlines and how to get him into compliance.
Exactly.
And all those things. So you bring a lot more than just equipment to the table and technology. You bring a lot of knowledge to the table.
Right, exactly.
And the other thing that I've seen with you guys is, you know, your call to service. I think that's ingrained in you guys. And
Exactly.
I think Jared, you and I met right before Christmas last
Right.
year.
Yep.
And you were going to pick up your child for your Christmas vacation, and you like diverted
I
and
got
came out here.
diverted to be able to bring that flare in for an emergency service.
Yeah. So that's never been a problem for you guys. So,
No, we do whatever we can to make it happen. That's what we always say.
That's
Sometimes
awesome.
we can't, you know, but generally we'll try to take care of the customer first.
yeah, well,
at all
we had
costs.
just got to our grandkids' house and we were with them, and I got the call and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I think I called all of y'all at once at like 9 o'clock
Right.
at night,
I
right?
think you did.
And so what I like is that, you know, you take care of your business. You know, the stainless steel part of your business is a game changer, I believe.
Right.
You know, and
Absolutely.
you know, we went out to a location of a company that took over an asset, and I was just looking at their equipment, and it was just piecemealed together. And how can they get away with that? And so they were excited just to know more about the excellence that y'all bring, and how your equipment works and all that. So
you know, it's like Rob said, Rob's been diving into this for a while, and he's really good at doing his research on things. And some of the meetings he's been in with some of the engineers tried to stump him on things, and they couldn't stump him. And those were those two large tips that we did for
Nigeria. Yes.
For Nigeria. And that was quite extensive meetings that
my.
he had to talk to. And he answered all the questions on, like you were saying, with the stainless steel, the 316L. So
that's another benefit. The longevity of our equipment is double what the utility flare industry is providing.
And I had
now.
no idea that. I mean, of course, everything has a life, a product life.
Right.
But I had no idea that the normal product life of most of the flares out here is 3 years.
Yes.
And y'all's are
6 to 8.
Wow. And it's just because of the level of equipment that you use.
And it comes down to the operator, you know. Do they want the cost of the equipment to be low and they don't mind changing out every 3 or 4 years? Or do they want a superior product that's going to last longer and save them money in the long run? You know, each operator is different, so we get both ways, but it's really what the operator's needs are. We try to meet it and give them what they want.
That's awesome.
yeah, and we're able to specialize that flare directly to their needs for that facility.
Yeah,
as well.
Perfect. Yeah, you custom fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
absolutely.
Cool. And so you do many different areas and but also many different disciplines in the oil company. So like you mentioned midstream, I know y'all do a lot of work for P66, so pipeline and production companies. So as well, all three. And you've offered to do drilling flares for some of my clients as well. So
yes,
I don't think there's anything that y'all can't meet if you get the call.
That's it.
So how do we reach you guys? What's the website?
Well, the best way to reach us is to go to www.lctflare.com. And on the website, there's all our about information, our backgrounds. There's demo videos and pictures, and we have a resources tab. You can click on that and get all the environmental compliance and testing data and all the fact and data sheets on the products and services. But, you know, we offer manufacturing facility equipment. We offer service with techs, and we offer rental equipment as well.
That's awesome. That's a great offering.
Yes.
Really appreciate y'all being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for devoting your time to us. And we're here. And where's your booth at the oil show?
Our booth inside is J4 at the Pbios. And
so we're in the main building.
In the main Coliseum, J4. And then we're outside in outside spots 185, 86, and 187.
Perfect. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate y'all so
much.
much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Wave.
Appreciate it.